solve this our problem, because we know we have problem, and that's what we are trying to find a way how we can solve it. What is your opinion? What to do?
Yeah, well, I will agree with everything that have been discussed here today, how it started, and we're still into the process. This thing, I see it as a process. Just like we have this platform now, we hope to have a broader platform. Other people should also have a platform where all these things should be analyzed. When we better understand what has happened to us, it's easier to be free from it and to forgive. Because we cannot pass this pain to the next generation. It's unfair. Let us deal with it. Let it end with us. So that the next generation will be confident in themselves. They earn it. They worked for it. There is a lot to do. But let us just say, as we're developing ideas, taking from one another, but there's a lot to do. We are just starting.
Okay, so then the last question there, you said that we have to end this problem, we should not pass that to our children. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that, okay, by us sitting here talking about it, having different opinions, and we're now talking about development, how to have our own school, our own psychologists, our own platform. That's the beginning to healing. And then we pick from that and carry it. Just like, as we were saying, Carl Bildt, one of his great-grandparents, were there to help slice the continent of Africa. We will start it, and our children will take it. We pass it from generation to generation. Maybe to the third or fourth generation, we will see healing.
Okay.
We will see more of our children, even in this society, being not only in their passport suites, but they will be cultivated.
Well, then I get you, because it was when you say we should not pass to the problem to our children. But now I get you through. We have to have this education, and we have to that education then we can pass to our children. So then that means still this story we have to maybe put them down. So maybe they also through there they can learn, and they understood this what
exactly
happened.
So therefore we need more history books, and we as parents also to teach our children what we have gone through, because we are the path makers. We are breaking grounds right now for them, maybe not this generation but the next generation.
Okay, thank you very much. Papa, that you have been answered. Okay.
No, Musa, I answered your question.
Your question.
Okay. Okay.
I answered your question to mine. No, but listen, let's take it easy.
Okay.
I said something, you said something, I was clarifying.
Okay. No
Simple.
Okay.
Papa J, let's hear. Let's hear.
Yeah, but all right. Welcome, my brother Papa J. Number 3 now. What do you think that we can do? Because this the whole about now, why all we be here, we all we know that we are in the same boat. We are thinking the same. Everybody is fighting how we can develop our country, how we can help our people, how we can do something good for next generation, that when they come. So what happened to us should not happen to our children. So that's what is about all here. So what do you think what we can do? What is solution? What is your opinion? You think we have to do?
Like I've been commenting all the time on the different areas. The problem of Africa cannot be solved in one day.
No.
The problem of the African cannot be solved in one day or one way. We have our ancient belief system of spirituality. I believe we should try to dig into and bring to the surface and respect it again, like the slave master stole from us and recreated their spiritual system. From that same spiritual system, we should adopt it and make our children go into it so that the self can stand. That is the confidence of the human. That's number one. Number two, I believe our continent is so rich in resources. We should find ways and means of tapping into those resources to benefit from it, to boost our self-esteem again. Number three, I believe we should have a reformation of our political systems and adopt our ancient political systems that talks about inclusion and collectivity and try to find ways of countering individualism. That is where corruption comes in. Number four, I believe the African, us ourselves, have to start believing in ourselves. By believing in ourselves, will make the children recognize who they are. The ones that leave the continent because there is nothing will start turning back and seeing if there wasn't anything, there wouldn't be so many thieves coming and making themselves so rich that we are still jumping on them. So my conclusion on the whole thing finally will be, we should stop crying, stop feeling pain of the past. We should stop lamenting on the past and look now, where are we going?
The way forward.
Where we are and where we are going. And let bygones be bygones, but not let history go. We still teach our kids what has happened, but let them not feel the pain of that time. Instead, learn from what has happened to know their way forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There is it's like just a little bit, I just commented there, because, you know, whatever happened, today, even we fight here, I'm happy, because I know we are fighting still to help
To gain
ourselves.
knowledge, yeah.
Fighting
So
for
that,
the
no, I'm
same
just saying,
direction.
so
We are not fighting, we are discussing.
now you understand my philosophy.
We are discussing.
Hey, you're too philosophical.
Stop your philosophy and go on. Please go on,
What
just
I'm
go
trying to
on.
say, of course, as you say, this one, everything is correct. So, and we have to continue and like what happened, and we gonna write it what happened, and everything we do ourselves, as you said. So thank you very much for that. And we go number 4. That's Delicious. So what is your opinion on what more we can do to help us, and then so to develop, and then through that, because of this, as we said, this might be the mindset, the mental. You talk about all this. So
Well,
what we can do.
I mean, since I'm all into the whole psychological aspect of things, I really think that we need to look at racism and our history from a psychological standpoint, because, like Papa J here said, I think the key to our unity is basically personal healing, spiritual healing, and try different ways instead of like thinking of things such as yoga or meditation as a thing that white people do. Actually dare to, you know, try it, because it is a part of spiritual healing. I think that was what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Because I think from there, I mean, looking at the psychological part of or effect or consequences of what we've been through, we can also see what kind of stereotypes we've internalized in ourselves, and how those stereotypes limit us in terms of what we think we can do, what we believe we can do, and then what we strive to do, and also see how we sort of limit each other through that whole process. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. It's number 5, Edwards.
You didn't ask me the second question,
Yeah.
didn't you?
So,
It's fine, it's
okay,
fine.
the second question, okay, yeah. The
No,
second-
maybe I did say the second question then.
Yeah, you have the second question.
What was the second question? I think maybe I said it.
Yeah, I
sort
think you have
of,
said. Because I have, it was like the similar what I was saying, because I said the mindset. So we was talking about the mental slavery,
Yeah.
to change the mindset
Yeah, absolutely.
and how
but-
to change that mindset.
Yeah, but that break the taboo around the psychological thing. As I do agree with you that we don't need to dwell in the past, but we have to acknowledge the past, because the past is still, like keeping us chained, and it's like we're trying to run, but the past is still there, and it's seen in how we interact with each other, how we interact with ourselves, and so on. So we do have to go back to the past, look at it, heal whatever wound, start talking about these psychological wounds that we don't want to acknowledge, and only then can we move forward.
Yeah, I believe that too. Yeah, so Edward.
I think this is beginning to this conversation, I come more. I want to have continuity, I want to have more discussion, I want to take more material. Because this is very important. This is the ground for the world working in the future. Because I wanted, this is very important. I want to continue. This is good. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's also is very powerful and good, because as you say, so this very important that we continue this, because this is very important. This is all about. So thank you very much for that. We come number 5. I can say I can be last. Number 6. You have been. This is Kelly.
Yeah.
You was here this program, so that's why.
He was filming
but
behind
now,
the scenes.
you had a little bit,
Yeah.
but we're talking about, we and you always discuss
yeah,
about
exactly.
we African,
Yeah,
our problem because we are not united.
exactly.
And why we are not united, sometimes we don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and sometimes we talk a lot, we say the mindset, the way we think.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this way we think also, we don't know why we think in that way.
Exactly.
But anyhow, to make it everything too short, so what do you say, the little things you had here, now what do you think because we talk about this unite, what do you think we can unite, we come together and we change our mindset and all this?
Exactly. For me and for everything that I heard here, all the words and everything that he and she said is the real problem that we're having in Africa. But for my own side, I think first of all is about tribalism. And what I mean about tribalism is about when I'm speaking different language, she is speaking different language. And when in a government, when someone is ruling, I'm not a part of, maybe the language, I'm not speaking the same language in that tribe. They will like to, let this my tribe first be okay. And they will not say they're thinking about all the citizens, or they follow country, follow maybe like Nigeria or Ghana, This is the problem we're having in Africa, first of all, is the tribalism. About the religion and the language is the most problem we're having in Africa. Because when I'm not speaking the same language you're speaking, you can't see me like a brother. Because when you talk your language, I don't hear. You can talk both of you, but I can't understand what you guys are saying. Or the same thing that happens in office, in anywhere in the government. When you are not in the same tribe with me, I will first of all fix all my tribe first to make sure they are okay. and there's no how Africa can move on in that way. So first of all, that we have to know how to love each other, no matter about the language or no matter about the religion, because in Europe they're not thinking about all this stuff. Even though maybe okay, let me say okay, they say have only one language in Europe. Okay, you talk about in America, they have their Spanish, they have a Spanish language, they have English language, but they see it, they team together, working together. Everything is moving good. So first of all, that is the most important thing in Africa for us to let about the tribe or about the language. You are not from my tribe or you are not from here. To let it go first of all, and to unite that we are one, and that is the beginning of the development and the beginning of love. And because without it, we cannot develop, and we cannot even move forward. Because I'm seeing you in a different way, you're seeing me in a different way. So how can we move on? You can say something, I said, okay, I know, I agree. Okay, you and your child can form, okay. That's how they will start war. Okay, I will fight these people, let us to make sure that we are on top. So there's no way that we can move on when we still have that manner, that thinking. That's why I always say that our thinking is so...
For this your advice. But I will just ask you just very short question and to finish there. You mentioned about here, according to what I understand, the problem is the language, and then tribalism also is like you have to avoid that, and then you say religion also is a problem there. What a kind of problem in the religion side do you, according to your...
according to me, like maybe you will see a Muslim seeing a Christian, like maybe a Muslim can be a president. He will like, okay, I'm a Muslim. He would like to put all the Muslims, first of all, in a good position. Not thinking about Christian. Or Christian will be on top. He would like to put the Christians in a big positions. But not thinking that that Muslim man can have a thinking, can have a very benign brain to develop something, to make sure that this thing can work. Not to like maybe you can put someone in a minister of agriculture or minister of this, but he don't have the knowledge, he don't have the skill to at least to make the job work or something like that. So you have to put another person because of the religion or something like that. So that is the most important problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Because that the religion now is almost very similar, close to we can call like a religion tribalism.
Yeah, exactly. That is the language, that is the problem.
Now the last, but not the least. No, I'm joking. Is the philosopher Moses.
No, but you have not talked.
No, he has. It's a long time. I follow my number. But for me, as I said, the way to fight and then against all tribalism, against racism, against this slave master, that was the hard things. But all that is what you have done today.
Yes.
This is what you have to do. And then, so, to make it everything short, because everything is concerning this. What we have been today. We be together here. Some of you didn't know each other, but we try to connect, and then we be together here. Now here we sitting, and everything we are talking for ourselves, how we can help ourselves. And even, as I say, my brother, even I fight with my brother, I know I'm fighting with him to make something for us to be good.
Exactly.
I am happy that I fight with him, because at the end of the day, each one will go sit, shit, I was fighting with him. Then you get the answer by yourself. Do you know, then after you'll be happy.
You're fighting at the same direction instead of fighting in different directions.
So, and then now, that's why I say I don't want to make this too much long answer. The way to do this thing, what we want to, is what we have done today.
Yes.
This is what we have to continue, like Edward also said.
Okay.
But then to continue, like we talk about also about leaders. Leaders see what they do, they are corrupt, they do this. I can go back direct like to my country. you see now what I'm doing, and then I thank also the Latin Americans, they are helping, like Edward, like this project. You are doing project, Papa doing project. All this, why we are doing that? We are doing in Africa. Why are we doing that? We're trying to develop. Because to develop is not just one person. But if each do something, end of the day, when you put together, that's what you talking about again. It is the unit we talk about. So that's why I said like we, if like we Gambians say, instead of me as a Gambian, I can be here complain, you know, the government didn't do this, the government did this, that, this the problem is. But me myself, what I have done for Gambia, then talking. We are good in talking, but we are so like weak in doing. So, but now for us, like this project we are talk about, and this association, Africa Latin America Association, as we say, and everybody also doing the same. We are trying to build a school because we are focusing on education, agriculture, and health. Because the result is health. When you have food, then you can be able to be educated. When you be educated, and that one also is the benefit of, because the education is the key of life.
Exactly.
And you will be happy because that what will support you. Tomorrow you can get a job and you can take care of yourself. And you have food, then it's equal to health. So, and that's what we are doing. But by doing this education, now when we are trying to say, to change the mindset and to fight about this slavery mentality, to fight the colonial masters, is that when we talk about Africa, and every time when we talk about this, colonial masters, who they are? We didn't say it's Musa or it's Pa or it's Delicious. We know we have been conquered for many decades of years of the Arab. Everybody know what the Jews have done to black. Everybody know, and then the European what they have done to black. Everybody know. So all these kind of things we be conquered in different nations, conquer one nation. So that one, that mental, that's what we are going around still, and we know that one. I understand, Papa, that's what he said, to solve it is not easy. Of course, it's not easy. That's why we have to, that's why we are doing it. We have to start it. So that we know, that will take also many years to heal. It's like Bob Marley say, to build a nation, it takes 100 of years to build a nation. But to destroy that nation, it takes one idiot in one day. So that one now, if you put in it like upside down, then that means how many in decade of years they are destroying. So then how many years it will take us to repair? So that's what we have to put in our mind. But also to start in fighting against that, and then how we can is to change the mindset. But we believe now to change the mindset is that to educate the young children, so that they also, if we can call infected, so they can be infected. You understand? We have to start, as everybody said, we have to depend on ourselves. We have to start to produce our own self. We have to start to this agriculture, food, we eat what we plant what we eat, and we produce ourselves. We have to start to do everything by ourselves. We have to think that. Because we can do everything. We have everything. So then we have to do everything by ourselves. And the education itself also, we have to concentrate more in like black book writers and black history, because there's a lot of books of black. But when we are here, we cannot see them because they can never be here. But we can find them and we read what they have been writing. Instead, I read Mr. George or John, whatever. Okay, I'm just, but we have to start to do that. We have to read the black history. We have because when we read about the black history, then we will know what was happened, and through there we can get more idea how we also what to do. But this we have to start that. This is my opinion of what we are doing now. So this is what I'm doing.
Thank you, Musa, for inviting us.
I just want to add one thing. Hence, we are doing a beautiful thing, gathering the great minds, trying to have solutions to go forward. Like you just said earlier here, we didn't fight. What happened is we just have to continue to listen to each other.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because all of us here are individuals with personalities and with respect. The moment we listen to each other, there will be no confrontation.
Yeah.
This was what happened, but it was not even a fight. It was misunderstanding of communication.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you very much. Let me hug you for.
Of course.
The BBC.
Thank you, viewers.
Of course, you have to.
Thank you, people, for coming.
Thank
for
you
this
for
program.
inviting
And
me.
we're gonna continue with it.
Exactly.
It was a beautiful. I've been sitting all the time like
It was
now.
so nice.